What's going on, Taurus? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to your collective Taurus message. I definitely hope that you are feeling absolutely amazing at this time, and if not, I'm sending you all the good energy and the positive vibes that you may need. Okay? We are about to get into your collective message. Your Taurus messages will be dropped on Tuesdays, and then you can find your elemental messages being dropped on Fridays. So if those are things that you are interested in, make sure you do subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss out on the gems, the tips, and things like that are going to be dropped, as well as to support the channel and help the channel grow. I'll greatly appreciate it. Do keep in mind that these are collective messages, so they may or may not resonate with you. However, if at any time you feel like you need more clarification, confirmation, assistance, guidance, or support, you can feel free to click the link in the description area and book your session or service, or follow me on the other platforms as well. I drop a lot of information on the other platforms on a daily basis for the most part. So with that being said, let's get into your message and see what Spirit has in store for you. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts and you know their situation. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message at hand with an open mind and an open heart? I ask that you give us the cards that we need. I ask that you allow me to be able to articulate this message as best as possible, as well as clear anything standing in the way of their clarification, confirmation, and transformation at this time. This is crazy. We're not going to do this today. We're not going to do this. All right, Spirit, what is the message that you have for Taurus? This is crazy. Like, maybe it's because of the full moon energy, but literally all of the readings that I did, like the ones yesterday, which was fire signs, they started off with like a similar card. Two of them for sure. Aries and Sagittarius started off with this same card, but theirs was in reverse, okay? Theirs was in reverse. And then you have Leo, who started off with like a similar card too, but not the same one. Just a similar energy though, for sure. Spirit, what is the message that you have? Is there anything else that we may need at this time? Thank you. So we're going to take these ones, and then if we need to go in some more, we will before we go into the other decks, okay? Okay. All right, Taurus, you ready? Because your first card is the Ace of Discs. Okay, so this is letting me, like, you took the necessary steps to get into your new beginning. So your new beginning is here, like it's there, it's present already. And if you're not seeing it, I know you gotta be feeling it, right? Like you're feeling this energy of like something shifted, something's about to change, like something is happening. And it is. It's very much so present. I'm looking directly at it, and it's the start of your reading. Now, the new beginning is there. However, I do not be liking when that happens. And it just takes so long for me to yawn. It be just like, just come on, come out. Anyway, the new beginning is there, right? I'm looking directly at it. However, with this Eight of Cups in reverse, right? Ooh. Look with this Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? This is the lack of being able to disconnect from something that more than likely probably ain't serving you, right? Like some type of emotional attachment, something that you need to walk away from, something or someone, but it definitely has some type, like it's stringing you along, right? It's like it's stringing you from your heart space, from your emotional space. And it's like, yeah, it's about that time to let it go, but you're not wanting to let it go just yet. Like you're not quite there. So listen, let me ask you this. Like, you want this new beginning. You can feel this new beginning. Do you want whatever this connection is to hold you up from that? Right? And I'm quite sure your answer gonna be no. And it's crazy because I know your mind can play tricks on you when your emotions are involved. Your mind can play tricks on you when your emotions are involved. So you really gotta like really be honest with yourself. And move in a way where it's like facts over feelings, right? Like Be honest with yourself about what is going on within or around you, so that you can make a honest decision on how you're going to move forward or how you want to move forward, and you won't be like regretting it later on, because all you'll be doing is kind of putting off what needs to take place. Now, not only like this thing with this person thing, whatever it is that you're emotionally attached to, I'm gonna give you a little bit more like to what that is. It's whatever it is. It's like you, with this Two of Cups being in reverse, okay, it's almost like you're expecting this person or this thing to like provide to you or give more to you, or there is some type of expectation that has been set, right? And in a way, it's not allowing you to even really like love on yourself properly, like love on yourself in a way that you deserve and desire to be loved on. But let me give you this, okay? If you're not loving on yourself in the way that you actually could, then how are you expecting somebody else to show up and give you that as well, right? So be mindful where you feel like somebody is falling shorter, or where they're not, showing up for you how you want to be showed up for. Check yourself. Excuse me. Check yourself. Like write down a thing. So let's say Lil John or Lil Jamie, whoever, I don't know, they don't do this for me, like they make me feel like this, they do this, right? You write those things down, and then you operate for a few days, and you see, like for real, see if you do the very things that you are expecting this other person to do, okay? Because in all honesty, it's like you doing everything but that. Okay, the 10 of Wands shows up. And this is, again, you're doing everything but allowing yourself to have pleasurable experiences. So it is, again, maybe it's not a bad thing. You could have definitely had to have the experience of doing the most, so that you can eventually get to that point where you're like, nah, I'm not gonna keep burning myself out. Like, I'm not enjoying this part. Like, I need to figure out what I need to do that's gonna actually work for me, right? So it's not a bad thing, but again, it's just stuff in the middle. It's stuff that's standing in between your new beginning and your pleasurable point, okay? And it has a lot to do with you disconnecting from things and or people from an emotional place. These people that you're around here breaking your neck for, that you breaking your back for, that you are, you fitting them into your already tight schedule and things of that nature. And yes, I get it. You would think like, oh, well, I'm supposed to show up where I can. Like, yeah, but you have to set limits and boundaries to understand how much you can take before you burn yourself out too. For real and not for play. All right. Spirit, what else do we have for Taurus? Do we have anything else for Taurus in this deck? Do we have anything else for Taurus in this deck? We'll do two more. Alright. So we're going to reset. Now when I go back in, I do 3 or however many to see if we get some more cards. But right now, you got the 9 of Discs. So with this 9 of Discs, I want you to really consider, like, what is it that you want to attract to yourself at this point in time? Like, what is it that what you want to attract? Because once you start having more pleasurable experiences, you gonna align yourself with that. So pay attention to it. Pay attention to the energy. If you're going into places and spaces and they irritating you, they pissing you off, you surrounding yourself with people who trigger you all the time, maybe you have to isolate. Like, solitude is calling your name for real and not for play. Just so that you can, reevaluate, reestablish, or even establish some boundaries that actually need to be put in place for you. Do you understand what I'm explaining? It's not a bad thing. It's just you. Because listen, what happens is you learn how to operate like based on how other people expect you to operate or have been expecting you to operate for a long time. And at some point, like, it may have seemed to be working because you were so used to it, but now when you are growing into yourself and you learning more about yourself and things like that, stuff like it shifts. I was gonna say shit shake, but things shift and things start to change. And your emotions is definitely one of them. Your perspective, your perception, your outlook on things are definitely one of them. So pay attention to what your body is telling you, because you don't want to keep on putting yourself in those types of positions. Okay, you want to put yourself in positions where you like, oh, I feel like I'm chilling, right? Like, hell yeah, I want to go. Hell yeah, I want to be around them. They hella dope, right? Even when it comes to your friends, I've had people who has been friends with people for 30 years plus, and they be like, they just always complaining about something. They always got a problem. They always in some drama. If you don't like that, you don't have to constantly keep on putting yourself in that. But because you're worried about how it may seem or how it may look to somebody else, you disregard yourself, and that's not healthy at all. So get to the point where you actually are like, what is it that you want to attract to yourself? Like, and do that. Like, attract that to yourself. All right, we're going into the next step to see if Spirit has anything for you up in here. All thanks and praise to the Most High. Can you give us the cards that Taurus may have out of this set, please? See what I mean? See what I mean? Y'all, being tapped in is just like super dope. Let me show you. Okay, first card you have is balance, okay? And if you look on this card, balance, they look a little irritated, they look a little aggravated, they look a little annoyed, right? Balance. So it's talking about like balancing your energy, balancing your emotions and things like that. This is the first card that came out. The next card is joy. So was I not just talking to you about like putting yourselves in positions that you don't really want to experience, versus putting yourself in places and spaces that you can actually appreciate or that you actually like can vibe in? Recognize that. Recognize the difference between the two. And you'll see how like it just does so much for you when you start to pay attention. This is awareness. You have to be aware of it in order for you to be accountable and do anything about it. Make the necessary shifts and changes that you want to make. Spirit, is there anything else in this deck for Taurus? We'll do one more before we go into the last deck. See, I don't be tripping. And that's why I be breaking down the cards, how I be breaking down the cards so that it can make sense, right? Because, like all the cards have meaning to them. And then like the energy that comes off of them when they come in with certain other cards, it's just a whole vibe. I love this. Thank y'all for allowing me to read for y'all. Thank y'all for trusting me with y'all energy. Spirit, what is the message that we have in this deck for Taurus? Can you give us the affirmation card, please? Y'all got two. We're going to take them both because y'all didn't get that many out of the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. It says, I accept what is out of my control. Okay? I accept what is out of my control. And then the other side says, focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control. Your reactions, your responses, your movements, right? Because people going to be people. They going to do whatever they want to do. Now, you have a right to decide whether or not you're going to tolerate it or what you're going to do moving forward. I radiate love, happiness, grace, and positivity. Okay? It says there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. There is no way. So listen, you could be setting yourself up like, I just want to better, like, I just want to be happy. Like, and you're seeking that. And it's like, no, just tap into it. Like, allow yourself to experience it as much as possible. It's a choice, for real. So at the end or the beginning of the day, a new beginning is right here for you too. A new beginning, once you decide to take the necessary steps that you need to take to emotionally detach yourself and stop feeling so obligated to show up for people or show up in spaces that are not pleasurable to you. And if that means you gotta be like isolated or, alone for a little while, it's cool. Cause just because you're alone don't necessarily mean you're gonna be lonely through the process. So tap in with yourself, learn more about yourself, get to know you, recognize and realize what actually brings you more pleasure versus what doesn't, so that you can eliminate those things. Okay. Now, with that being said, I definitely hope that you were able to take something from this message. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. And also come check out the elementals that'll be placed on Friday or dropped on Friday. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.